Hi, Dr. David Haddon here at O'Fallon Crossing Chiropractic. Hope everybody's doing well this morning. I want to come on and do a video for you and try to explain a few things about some questions that I hear a lot in my office. So I looked for what kind of questions are people asking, and asked myself, what kind of things am I hearing in my office? So there's a lot of questions about the relationship between common things like neck pain and back pain and how they relate to other types of healthcare type symptoms. Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about today. Some of the questions I saw were, do allergies cause neck pain? Does neck pain relate to allergies? Does asthma cause neck pain? What was the other one? Oh, ear infections. Do ear infections relate to neck pain? So let's talk about that. So first of all, let's talk about what happens in the spine, where those injuries come from, and then we'll get to how that relates to those other types of healthcare conditions. Okay. So first thing to understand is where those problems in the spine come from. So problems in the spine can come from a couple different sources. Usually one is some type of injury. So a car accident, a fall, even a repetitive type injury can cause a problem in the spine. So if it's a car accident or a whiplash type injury, even a fall can cause a whiplash type injury. The head and neck are slammed back and forth like that, and that injures the ligaments in the back of the spine, and it keeps the person from having proper alignment in their spine. The other one is repetitive injuries or even posture. I've talked a lot about that in the past. I mean, just for a quick review, someone who's on their cell phone a lot and their head's looking down and forward like that, looking at their cell phone. When you're in that position for a long period of time, it does the same thing as a car accident. It damages those ligaments and muscles and tendons in the back of the neck, and it keeps the spine from being aligned properly. Okay, so when we have an injury or problem in the spine like that, let's talk about what happens in the spine. So I brought my buddy here to help me demonstrate. But when we have a problem with the ligaments or the joints, soft tissues in the spine, those joints and discs and ligaments are very close to where these nerves come off that spinal cord and go out into the body. Okay, and so when there's a problem with that, the joints, the discs, it's going to irritate those nerves and affect whatever those nerves go to. Okay, so those if those nerves go, for example, down the arm, we might get numbness and tingling or pain down the arm. Okay, but those same nerves, they also have branches that go into the organs at that level. So if it's a level that where those nerves go to the lungs or the sinuses, that problem in the spine that came from that accident or that poor posture, it can lead to problems in the sinuses or the lungs, and then you can start to develop things like allergies. Okay, so that's one thing that happens in the spine when we have those injuries. Okay, the things at the end of those nerves, the organs, whatever's at the end of that nerve, can become irritated and start to cause a health problem. All right, but here's the other thing, the kind of interesting thing that happens that we don't always talk that much or understand this concept. So when you have a problem in your spine, an injury to the joint or the ligaments in your spine, um, your brain is connected to that area, and that area is constantly sending information up to your brain. Um, brain has to constantly know what's going on in that area. So the information that's going up to the brain, when there's a problem in the spine, it's getting bad information. Okay, and that causes what's called a stress response in your body. Now, stress, let's talk about that. Stress is good when it's used for what it's meant to be used for. And that is a short term situation where you're in a fight or flight situation. So you're being attacked by a wild animal, right? You have to fight or you have to run as fast as you can. So, what your brain does in that situation is sends all the blood to your muscles so you can fight or you can run, okay? Now, when we have a problem in our spine and it's causing that stress response, we are in a constant state of stress response. So we constantly have increased cortisol, the stress hormone, and we constantly have more blood flow going to our muscles, which takes away blood flow from our vital organs. Okay. So when you're in that stress response, we are no longer getting the proper blood flow to our heart, our lungs, our intestines, our liver, our kidneys. Every organ in the body is not getting proper blood flow because our brain thinks we're in that stress response and tries to adapt to that by sending all that blood to those muscles. Okay. So how does chiropractic fit into that? How can chiropractic help with those problems? All right. So if the problem is in the spine, a chiropractor is trained to find that problem in the spine, correct that problem. So once we get that problem corrected, there's no longer irritation to the nerve. So then there's no more bad information going out to the organ at the end of that nerve. And there's also proper information going up to the brain, which takes us out of that stress response and allows our body to get proper blood flow and start to actually function properly. So, so what we want to do is we want to, as much as we can, avoid those types of injuries and problems by having good posture. Even things like taking good care of ourselves with eating right and exercising helps us to stay out of that stress response. And then, of course, seeing a chiropractor. Make sure you're getting checked for those problems in your spine. Because everything we do in our lives, from cell phones to sitting at computers to little falls and things like that, they're going to cause problems in your spine. It's going to put you into that stress response. So that's a little bit of information. I hope that kind of made sense to you. So if you're having any type of pain or health type condition, there's a good chance chiropractic can help you with that. So if you'd like some more information to see if chiropractic can help you, please give us a call here at 636-272-7473. All right, thanks for watching. Have a great day.